What's up, fellas? Levan has blessed us with a new training video where he cheat curls 130 kilograms. Devon has finally reached 300 pounds body weight, and Ermes Gasparini has developed a very smart way to train for Michael Todd. We'll get to everything in today's video. Alright, first off we'll start with Levan. So recently he just uploaded a training video. I believe this is his first training video that he's come out with ever since his match with Jerry Cadorette. And after a bit of warming up, he goes for a heavy single on the cheat curl movement that he's very well known for doing. And he hits a pretty clean 130 kilograms. Now, this is not a strict curl, so when I say it's clean, I'm obviously not saying this would hold up in a strict curling competition. This is arm wrestling style training, so we accept a little bit of body English. And for basically being an off-the-couch Levan, this is incredible. A 286-pound cheat curl is impressive no matter how much body English you put into it. Guys, most people can't even bench 286 pounds, let alone curl it. I'd be curious to know, do you guys think an off-the-couch Levan is still number one? Do you think this softer, pudgier, out-of-shape Levan is still number one in the world? I know he probably was still training, but man, this is a super impressive weight to hit at any time during your training, let alone what he would call off the couch. Anyways, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Honestly, I think off the couch Levan probably is still number one in the world. I think maybe the only guy that could beat off the couch Levan would be Ermes, since he had the closest match with Levan so far and got the closest to gassing him out. So maybe Ermes takes it, but man, this is just more proof, if we didn't have enough already, that Levan is the king of arm wrestling, and I think he will be for a very long time, definitely until he decides that he wants to step back and retire. Alright, let's move on. So Devon has finally achieved his lifelong goal of reaching 300 pounds body weight. Now, some of you guys were not very happy in my previous video when I predicted that Devon would not reach 300 pounds. My reasoning was, he's older than he's ever been. He's never successfully done it in the past, and surely for health reasons, he can't be blasting pancakes like he used to. But I have been proven wrong. I will hold my L. You can call me out in the comments if you like. Tell me I told you so. Devon has reached 300 pounds, but you know what? I was half right, because he's already below 300 pounds. Now that he has reached 300 pounds, he went straight into dieting, and he said that on competition day, he will definitely be below 300 pounds. So I'll let you guys have your win, but hey, I was technically half right, because on competition day, he definitely will not be 300 pounds. He's going to try to lose a little bit of fat, get healthy, and feel better. He doesn't want to be bloated on competition day. So there you go. I will hold half an L. Really, at the end of the day, I don't think 300 pounds matters all that much in the grand scheme of things. This was probably more of a confidence booster for Devon than anything. Just being able to achieve a lifelong dream of reaching 300 pounds. And I think even if reaching 300 pounds doesn't necessarily benefit him all that much in a practical sense, I think just the confidence that he gets from it will definitely propel him forward into competition day and just give him that feeling that he's never been stronger. So even if it wasn't necessarily the most healthy thing to do, it probably will have an overall good effect on his performance and mindset. Okay, let's talk about a recent training video that Ermes Gasparini uploaded. And I believe he has featured this little contraption in a video maybe months ago, possibly years ago, and he calls it the TODD-PIPE. Now, this is a piece of pipe. It's got some kind of cloth wrapped around the end where he grips it to kind of simulate the thickness of a hand. And then on the other end, it's got these two handles, and the operator can basically twist the bar and mimic the motion of pronation into the hand of the person training. And this is a really cool contraption. I think this is probably the most effective thing you could use to train for a King's move, other than an actual person performing the King's move. So really good work by Ermes. And I was happy to see that he seems to be training correctly for this match. I mean, obviously this guy's a professional, so he knows what he's doing. But I think some people might have been concerned, myself included, that at some point during the match with Michael, Ermes would get sucked into the trap of flop wrist pressing. But during this training session with the TODD-PIPE, when Ermes transitions to a press, he makes sure to keep his cupping intact. And this is very important. If you remember Michael Todd's match with Frank Lamparelli, Frank was actually able to take the hand of Michael Todd, but Frank just has no ability to press whatsoever. And if he did, I believe he could have won that match fairly easily, which is really bad news for Michael Todd because Ermes actually has a pretty good press. He used it against Dave Chafee. He used it against Vitaly Laletin. He is very good at the press and he's very good at transitioning from the top roll to the press. And if he can keep his hand intact like Frank Lamparelli did and get into that same position, I think his pressing power is going to be able to get the job done. Now, it may seem like I'm glazing Ermes here. I do think he's the favorite, but I actually do want Michael Todd to win. If you've watched the channel before, you know that I'm a fan of North American arm wrestlers. So I do want Michael Todd to win, and I just want to see Levan face new opponents. We've already seen Ermes, and Ermes is young. If he loses this, he has another year. He can go back to the drawing boards, and he'll definitely get another shot at Levan. But Michael Todd, I believe he's like 50 years old. He doesn't have too many chances left, and I'd like to see him get a shot before his time is up. All right, let's talk about Todd Hutchings. So in a recent interview, he was talking about his match with Irakli Zerkashvili, and he said he is an 80-20 favorite. And when he was giving his reasoning for this, he said Irakli actually hasn't changed all that much since we faced last. And I actually kind of agree with this. I think Irakli probably has gotten a little bit stronger, but in a lot of these matches, Irakli is facing hookers, which he generally does quite well against. And Todd Hutchings is the top roll killer. When this match first got announced, I predicted Todd Hutchings would win, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is a 3-0, or I guess it would be a 4-0 because this is a title match. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 4-0 victory for Todd Hutchings. Todd Hutchings is a top roller's kryptonite, and I know the public perception around Irakli is very positive right now, and with his recent wins, he's gained a ton of aura, and surprisingly enough, a lot of guys have been predicting a 4-0 victory for Irakli, but I will not fall to the opinions of the mob, to the peer pressure. I believe Todd wins this. I don't believe it's going to be any different from the first match. Irakli might be a little bit stronger. Maybe he's able to hold the center a little bit better than last time. But you know what? I'm going to predict a 4-0 victory for Todd Hutchings. Todd Hutchings is a smart guy. He knows how to arm wrestle. He knows how to train. If you've ever seen any of his training videos on YouTube, this guy has his training locked down. He is laser focused, and he knows how to beat traditional top rollers. And Irakli is very much a traditional top roller. Guys, this kid is going down. I'm telling you, Todd still got it. And after this match, Georgia is going to have one less champion. Mark my words. All right, lastly, let's talk about Ian Carnegie and the Major Arm Wrestling Championship. Now, the Major Arm Wrestling Championship, also known as MAC, has been gaining a lot of steam lately. If you're not subscribed to their YouTube channel, go subscribe. It's under 1,000 subscribers right now. They put on great shows, and this new arm wrestling table that Ian Carnegie and his team have developed is really awesome. If you haven't seen it, you gotta check it out. Ian recently did an interview with Ray from The Voice of Arm Wrestling where they talk about the Major Arm Wrestling Championship, the rule changes that they've implemented, and the changes to the table design that they've implemented. Basically, Ian's philosophy is, let's see as much arm wrestling as we can in the shortest amount of time. And I love that mindset. My biggest complaint with arm wrestling, and I think most people's biggest complaint with arm wrestling, is that it is a snooze fest to watch. You wait 10 minutes to see 30 seconds of arm wrestling. With all the setup, with all the rest in between, with all the arguing with the refs, there's just so much that could be streamlined. and Ian Carnegie has done a great job of dumbing down arm wrestling. Well, I shouldn't say dumbing it down, just simplifying it so that we can actually see more matches, more arm wrestling, less stoppages, less fouls, and I think this is great. You should absolutely go and support what he's doing, because maybe we could see some changes in the promotions like East versus West if a small promotion like MAC can really rise up the ranks, because they're just providing a more entertaining product. Anyways, that is all I got for today. Sorry guys, it's been a little while since I've uploaded a video. I think I might start going for just one video a week. I have some obligations that make getting multiple videos out a week fairly difficult, so I think to keep myself from overdoing it and burning out, I'm going to try to upload at least one video per week, and if I'm able to get to more, then that's just a bonus. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day.